You need to start telling me when you're gonna press go. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's a new episode of She Didn't Text Back. If you didn't know that, you gotta get back to the rock that you came from. I'm not talking about where you are now. I'm talking about you not knowing what's up. And now you do. She Didn't Text Back.
We're back. We're fucking back.
All right, let's take a second to consider that George Clooney might be one of the most handsome men of all time.
Switch mics.
Okay.
There we go. What were you saying? What was your point?
I mean, like, just look at him.
Shit, another week of this, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Like, not even the podcast. I just mean, like, life.
Yeah, it is another week of life.
Isn't that weird how that just happens?
I honestly, this has been the weirdest my life has ever been.
It's like, last week feels like a long time ago, but at the same time feels like just 10 seconds ago.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
Everything feels like that. Like, I think we're in such transitional periods right now that we can really. I've been very focused on past and future and present recently. I mean, I always have.
So everything?
Yeah, I think I have I just thought about it when I was in the elevator. I think I've gained this ability to be in the now, and it's a blessing. That's
what I'm working on. I talked to a friend Lucky, and he said that's what he has perfected in a sense. Like when he goes out and has lunch or is hanging out with someone, he 100% devotes his energy and his thoughts and his time to that person. He doesn't check his phone. He doesn't look around and kind of people watch. He like focuses in on what that person is saying and feeling.
And I was
like, God, that's a skill.
Yeah, focus is skill. I've been thinking about like what it really is. And like if you're really good at sports, it's because you're really good at focus. If you're really good at anything, like you know how we play ping pong?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate testament of focus.
What if you're like kind of good?
You must not be very focused.
Damn.
I mean, there's other things that weigh into it too. I'm not a ping pong expert, but like being good at things like that. It's being present and a willingness to use your entire body and wanting to win was the other one. That's what I lack.
Do people often want to lose?
No, but I very often don't care.
Whether you win or lose?
Yeah, it's. I have to focus on wanting to win. I think at the end of the day, I really don't care.
Do people, when I say people, I mean you, do you think about normal day things, whether you're going to win or lose, or is that only when you're doing something like athletic and extreme, or like a sport?
Most things in general.
Really? Because I only think about winning and losing if I'm like literally playing a game. I don't think about like, I'm releasing an EP. If I'm gonna lose if no one cares about it, or I'm gonna win if it gets charted on the fucking iTunes charts. Like I don't ever think about things like that.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever thought about anything like that, but I just mean, do I want to do it or not? That's really what I'm like.
So not wanting to do it is losing.
Yeah. I mean, I could like, do I want to win or do I not want to win?
Wow.
Yeah.
I never. That's never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I've kind of just like do it and to the best of your abilities, and if it's not good enough, like jump off something high.
I get distracted too easily, but I think I'm getting pretty good at focusing.
I like your thing of like deleting Snapchat, and then because you said it's taking away your focus.
Yeah, I deleted it for a minute because it was using up my. I can only joke so much.
Right.
And like on top of my job, I was also using Snapchat to satiate my need to be funny or whatever, or to just do that. Whatever it is that I do, because I don't even think I'm always being funny. It's like whatever it is that I do, I like used it up. And sometimes that happens.
I feel like you have a whole different persona on Snapchat.
Everywhere, I think I do.
Oh, yeah, maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Because like in White Walls, you're a certain way.
Yeah.
In Snapchat's, you're a certain way. On the podcast, I feel like you're
all
more wax.
Yeah. They're all me. Like it's just
you're
that's
like the
how
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
The different personas.
She's fucking incredible though. Yeah. Hers are like so like defined.
And very defined, very sharp.
Yeah.
But very different.
I think it would be crazy being in a relationship with someone like Nicki Minaj. Like the person that can do a lot of different voices and not even different voices, but like can like tune how she is emoting. Like, those are different emotions she's giving. Like, now I'm angry, and like, now I'm really happy.
I wonder when she started doing that, because I've seen, I mean, I don't know a lot of old school Nicki Minaj, but I've seen old videos of her rapping back when she looked different, and she was just like very much like just rapping. Yeah. There wasn't like no characters.
She was like Nicki.
Yeah. So I wonder when like the personality driven characters came into picture.
It must, I'm sure, I feel like a lot of it might have come from when she was like doing that like Barbie doll, like the thing that was very pop version of her.
I hated that era.
I'm sure there were so many like calculated decisions behind her and her brand. And when you have to do that, you really have to learn how to be yourself. And I think she learned how to be all the versions of herself.
Well, that's such a cool thing, because the videos that I saw, she was probably already popping at some point. She wasn't obviously famous.
And if you listen to this and you don't like, you're like, I hate Nicki Minaj, just like whatever, like think about her as an artist and the things that she can do with her voice and like communicate with her feelings.
Right. So what I was going to say is when the video that I saw of her very long time ago, I don't know how many years ago, but it's clearly and obviously old. And at that point,
like a hallway?
No, this is outside. Actually, I've seen the hallway one as well. But my point that I'm trying to say is, at that point, she's probably been rapping for, at the very least, 5 years. And she felt like, I'm confident in how I sound, and this is how I rap. Now, you go 5 to 10 years, which is now the present, and she's way different. She has so many different elements and voices that she can grab out of her fucking bag of tricks. Imagine take us, for instance, now. And, we've been doing whatever we've been doing for a while now. Imagine in 5-10 years, it could be completely different. A completely different sound, a completely different...
Oh, yeah, everything will be different. People who think anything will be the same are, like, so dumb. I've learned something today. I learned about my voice. It's like, my few voices that I have, like, we have friends and they have a lot. They used to hurt me to do them. Like, no, I can talk like this and it doesn't hurt at all. It's just how I am. And I can also go like this.
That's like
they're
the pig
easy
squeal.
now.
The pig squeal hurts when you just start doing it.
But if you keep doing it forever,
then because
do it again.
Ugh, it makes me like want to cough.
I can't do that.
It's like you suck inward. That's how I'm gonna say it. For those who are like, what the fuck is that? That is a pig squeal, which really is known in like hardcore death metal type of music. Yeah.
Like this shit like will get you if you are a person who doesn't like death metal and you found yourself in a death metal place and you were hearing that would make you want to run.
Yeah. Also, the people swinging their arms and kicking and hardcore dancing.
I don't listen to metal, but I have so much respect for them.
I was looking at videos of like hardcore dancing with a couple of dudes like a couple weeks ago, and it is intense. There's a thing called, I think it's called the Wall of Death. You ever heard of that? It's where they take the middle of the venue or wherever they're at the festival, they literally split it in half, and then they have like a fucking, I don't remember how they do it, maybe it's a breakdown or whatever, but everyone runs towards each other at full speed.
No!
Like it's a fucking war zone.
I hate that shit. But
who thought that was a good idea?
I think that's funny because interesting because that is just a type. There are different genres of people. Like this is what I like. This is what I like. People who like that all go there and like that.
I liked it, but I wouldn't see myself like I would go in the Wall of Death. But I'm gonna be in the back row.
Oh yeah.
So really, I'm just following. Yeah, I'm following the pack. I'm not gonna be in the first 5 rows.
You fucking why?
You might die.
I'm not even gonna be miles from the place. Like I'll be at the Yogurtland down the block. But like y'all guys in there.
God, white people like to, and I'm 50% white, so 50% of me likes to do that as well. That's why I'm in the back. If I was full German, I'd be right in the front.
I was at CBS Studios today, and I was on a set.
CBS? Oh, CBS.
And I saw this guy, and he was the only black guy in this room, and I said to him, I was like, hey, a black guy working here. Good job. And he said, there's more than you think.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, that makes me feel good.
So he didn't know you were obviously joking?
No, he laughed, but then he was like, yeah.
No, really? There's more than you think that worked there?
Yeah. And then I remember CBS has like a diversity
program. What was he doing though? What kind of job?
Like writing shit down, so he must be a smart one.
He's one of the higher ups.
If you're writing stuff down, oh man. I hate the guy with the clipboard, it's scary to me.
The guy with the clipboard. Yeah. I was afraid that I don't even want to say that. I was afraid that you were going to say, just to make a joke, that he was pushing a mop.
No, pushing a mop.
But I was like, yeah.
That's like my mom's generation of black people were like
pushing mops.
Pushing mops, and that's why like my mom says it all the time. She said to me all the time, like, my generation has no idea about racism, and I think it's true because like, especially here in LA, is we're like, I truly believe in LA. If you work as hard as you can, anybody can do anything. But in other parts of the world, that is not true.
Yeah. Currently still?
Yeah. And I think there are still like places that are unequal here too, but over time I believe that we will get out of it. But there are some places that's not, like, you know, like you.
Did your mom always teach? Did she do anything like before that?
Not that I know of.
Really?
Yeah.
What about your dad? Because you said your dad is from Mississippi,
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh, God, he really knows about
So
racism.
he really experienced the shit.
He went to a segregated school. Like, you remember with the movie when you were a kid, when Martin Luther King was a kid and it's a cartoon, and the kid like goes back to the school and he's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm back in the class." And they're like, "Ooh, this is a white people only school." And he's like, "What?" My dad really went to one of those black people only schools.
Wow.
That's why my dad doesn't give a fuck.
Holy shit. What do you think that's like? I mean, I guess if you, I'm not saying that it's good, but if you don't know better, like as a black person, they're probably just like, I mean, you're a kid also, so you don't really understand. Are you just like, oh, that's just that's how it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
You eat food over there, I eat food over here.
Yeah.
Like, but maybe as they grow up,
Yeah.
and then they're like, what the fuck is going on?
And I feel like that's why, like, the Bay is, like, such a perfect place, because I never understood it, but, like, they always talk about my grandfather got on this, like, train all the way to Oakland, and I was like, why would you go to the Bay? Because the Bay is so the opposite of that. Like, it's so flourishing with, like, different types of people, like, New York is like that, too. Melting pots.
So that what you're saying, why did they go to the Bay?
Yeah, now I understand why.
I mean, how does a family just choose? All right, we're gonna go here.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Because I'm here because my family was. I was born here.
Well, there weren't a lot of jobs that a black man could get back then, so my grandfather worked on the Amtrak.
Oh,
yes. And his version of racism must be, like, I don't even know what that's like.
And the Amtrak is like, that's big in states like.
Yeah, you just
like
no. All he was the guy that pushed the cart inside the Amtrak and brought you food.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, not working for the company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, he worked.
So that's the version of pushing the mop.
Yeah, my grandfather was pushing the mop for years.
You know what I want to do just for one summer? I want to go. I want to work at a baseball stadium.
Yeah,
or is it a stadium? Yeah, it's a stadium, and I want to go. Peanuts! Yeah. Get your peanuts! $5.
You know who's gonna do that?
Who?
Shia LaBeouf.
Is he really?
No, but he would.
Oh, I heard that he's fucking walking across the country right now.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky told me that he's literally just walking. And, like, I don't know if he's inviting people to join him, how he normally does, but that man is fucking an artist and a legend. I have so much respect for that man.
To me, like, if someone asks me what I think an artist is, at where I am in my life right now, I think an artist is someone who is unafraid to be themselves. And if that's what he's doing, then I think he is an artist.
It's like, what the fuck? I wonder what his thought process is. Because I really hope that there's not a team behind it and they're like, all right, if we do like 2 more, then we could start monetizing them. You know what I mean? And we can make a lot of money.
That type of team is not good.
Yeah.
There is such thing as a good collaborative team. And I think that's what I'm trying to start. I don't want to start a production company, as many people like me have before. I want to start a collaborative team. LLC.
It's all about my team.
Oh, we talking teams? Oh, you switching sides?
So last night, my room, as you're aware, is right next to the walkway right out of the elevator. So I hear a lot of things.
Yes.
I hear a whole bunch of things.
That.
I hear kids running by. Kids run by, hit my window.
That never happened to me.
I don't know why the fuck they do that, little brats. And it scares the shit out of me. I hear the boyfriend and girlfriends yelling at each other. I hear it all.
The only guy that still uses one of those segways.
I've never seen that guy walk on his feet. He's only rolled around this building. So I hear everything.
I love it when he has to push his baby at night because the baby can't go to sleep on the thing.
Yeah. And I'm like, but he also carries the baby in his arms on the thing.
No, he doesn't.
It's like, what if you fucking fall?
I thought he was pushing a thing.
He also does that, but I've seen him do both. It's like, come on, man. Fucking use your legs.
Yeah.
But I do know those things are fun.
They are so much fun.
You know, I hear everything. I hear it all.
Yeah.
Last night, our neighbors, come home, and for some reason this house, not sure how many motherfuckers live there. I've seen like 30 people come in and out.
This house right here, there are 20 women that all live there.
And they all look the same.
Yep.
And they all say hi to us. They're very nice. See them all the time. And they're younger. They're like around our age. They like to turn it up.
They do.
So last night is a Sunday, right? Today's Monday? Yeah. So last night was a Sunday at like 11:30, maybe midnight.
Yeah.
They're turning up on a Sunday as well. They don't give a fuck. I see them walk out, and
there was like a party, right?
No, they were just
there was a party Saturday.
Yeah, there was a party Saturday, but this is a separate thing. They were just coming from the elevator. It looks like they were just out partying.
Yeah.
And the guy, I don't know if it's her boyfriend or not, was carrying her, like, because she's like so drunk she can't even walk.
What the fuck?
And
And
then the other friend is drunk too, but not as drunk. But the main girl who can't even walk is just like, you guys locked me in the fucking garage. And then she walks right by my room. And shout out to Alex one time. He sent me these hue lights. And they fucking... So I had like the cool blue lights and everything. She's like, you guys locked me in the fucking room. Oh, look at these lights. You fucking locked me. And then boom, hits the floor. Falls right here next to my window. Just hits the floor.
What?
And my window, the blinds are like tilted, but but my bed is
right.
She can
clearly look in and see the lights.
They're looking at me. I'm looking at them. It's awkward. The girl's like, the girl is like fucking screaming out her mind, crying, but then like laughing, but because she's drunk, so she doesn't really know how to process what's going on. And then she stands up again, and they're literally just standing next to my window, screaming at each other. And then I was like, wow, that was weird. So then they walk to their apartment. They're the apartment right next to us, and then I can hear them go into their apartment, and I can hear her screaming from inside of their apartment. That's how loud it was. And then for some reason, I think they were fighting or some shit, because the dude was like, I'm tired of your shit. He opened up the door, and then it got way louder. And then I can hear one of my other neighbors like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, oh shit, grab the popcorn. It's about to be dope. So I can see through the window, the neighbor that's across from them, a female lady comes out, and then she fucking started yelling at him. The 3 drunk girls that just came home approached her, and she's like, what, bitch? And they were about to like fucking fight.
My God.
The 3 girls were like, you're fucking 30 and you're living in an apartment? Ha ha, bitch, you loser ass. I'm 21. Fuck you. And the other girl's just like, look, like, just fucking shut the fuck up, all right? It's 12 o'clock at night. People are sleeping. We gotta go to work. I have kids. And she's like, fuck you. We'll throw down right now, bitch. And they were like holding her back and shit. And I was like, oh, damn, shit's about to go down. And that lady like didn't even like, maybe she was scared. She probably was scared because 3 girls, you know what I mean? Any 2 dudes can beat us up, or 3 dudes, you know what I mean? If you're outweighed, or outnumbered, you're gonna lose. But yes, like she didn't back down, and then our neighbors, they were just like being so stupid. They're
interesting.
I just thought the stupidest part was they said, "Ha, you're 30 and you live in an apartment, bitch." And I was like, what's wrong with 1? This apartment's nice, and 2, it's who cares? Like, you're 21 and you have like 30 roommates. Who the fuck? Who should be bragging? But these girls like to party.
Yeah, they do.
I think like every night.
Okay, so you saw when I walked into the apartment. Like,
I heard, but I didn't know what
okay,
happened.
I think it's funny because that now it makes sense because so she was going. One of the girls that lives in that apartment, that she has like 4 clones. She was taking out her trash, and I was coming back to my room. I was looking down. I was not talking to her, and then somehow I don't remember what she says to me, but I'm just doing banter with her, and then the last thing she said before I went in the door is she said, I gotta ask you guys to come turn up again.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, we love to turn up in here. We're big turn uppers.
Yeah.
And then I went into the house.
But that's not even the first time. Remember when we first moved in?
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but they knocked on the door, and they wanted to do shots with you and Sam, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like a nice gesture. Gesture.
Yeah.
For them to like, they're new, let's welcome them.
Yeah.
But like, these girls have been trying to get drunk with the boys for a minute.
They have been, huh?
Yeah.
They must be so weirded out that we have not done anything.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck? Are we hot? Like
we had like... I just realized that just now. Like, I never know. I'm not I can't tell when I'm being, like, rude. And I have not, like...
The weird thing is they straight up knocked on our door.
Yeah.
I think twice now to like hang out.
And none of the times we ever did.
It's never a good time. The weird thing is you guys run into them so often.
I do a lot.
I never see them. I only see them through the window.
I have joked with everyone in this apartment complex.
Really?
Everyone who goes into our elevator, I have said something to them.
Have you run into quote unquote Pharrell yet?
Not since then.
I can't believe he said, "Oh yeah, Drake shouted me out," and you were never like, "Oh, what are you, a rapper? Are you a producer?
No.
What's the deal?"
Nope, I really like, I haven't, for those listening, it is not Pharrell, he just looks like
He looks like Pharrell.
I just never saw him again. I used to see him all the time.
I never saw him again either. Maybe he moved out.
Fuck, he probably fucked up.
When Drake shouts you out, you got money.
Honestly, he looks like he does.
That man got the artist. My friend's chain so big that he look like the artist. I can't trust no fucking body. They still like to get me cause they never go me. I think we should just knock on their door one day.
Okay. No. Oh, yeah. What is the other thing she said to me recently? I don't know. She asked me to party again recently, and I did jokes.
You hung out with people up there.
Those guys, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like...
William.
I'm in the elevator at bad times. I never see people.
Oh, yeah, because you're there during, an awkward hour. No.
I'm there during the daytime.
Yeah, I'm here at getting home time. So.
Yeah, like 6 o'clock, so everybody's getting home.
Yeah, these guys up there, I don't know where he's from, but his accent is so crazy to me, it's hard for me to talk to him.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm usually I'm like very eager to talk to people with weird accents, but it's like it makes me scared.
Have you ever, because I'm very familiar with this because my family's Filipino.
Yeah.
So I remember like bringing friends or like girlfriends around to my family.
Yeah.
My grandpa had such a thick accent.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's what they told me. To me, I could, obviously understand him because I grew up with him, but they were like, his accent is so thick, sometimes I can't understand him.
Yeah.
And I've been in similar situations, and I hate, like, if someone has an accent and I can't understand them, I feel bad saying, like, what after, like, the third or fourth time.
That's what it was scaring me.
Then you just go, yeah. You just hope that they just ask a yes or no question. Because if they've said it 4 times, it's like, I'm the asshole. You know what I mean?
I feel like, I could do it now, though. Back then, when I was, like, when we first moved here, and I
could do what?
And I was more in my head, I could talk to him now.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I've learned that there are people that you have to communicate with differently, and this is the most important thing I've learned this year.
I want to have a full-on conversation with a stranger based off body language.
Yeah, it's actually, I've been learning about body language.
It's very important.
It's very important. You know how we had that FaceTime the other day, and I didn't say anything?
Yeah.
I talked through body language.
Yeah.
And that's what I have been doing, and it's like really crazy.
There's a thing, and it's on Ventura Boulevard. It's at some restaurant. It's outside of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Remember that pizza spot we went to? There's like a tree in the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that place right outside, it has 2 handprints on the wall, and it says, "Put one hand here and have a stranger put their hand as well, and don't let go until you're not strangers anymore."
I wouldn't do some bullshit.
So I put my hand on there, and like right when I put my hand on there, I looked to my left, and 2 girls were walking by, and I was like, "You got to put your hand on." And it was such like a weird thing, but it's really cool. And I was wondering what could have been the longest conversation anyone's ever had. What if like people were there for like 2 hours? Because mine was like maybe 2 minutes. Do you think anyone has like committed a whole like hour in having a conversation with a stranger?
Yeah,
I think
something like that, especially if you put it up in a city like New York. Like where a lot of people go by, like
but
some people
New York
really,
is like so fast paced. They're not trying to like stop and
that's
talk.
why some people who do actually stop. Yeah. And actually, you know what? Not New York. I'm going to say San Francisco. People are more likely to stop there. I'd say.
Yeah, people are very like chipper, like in San Francisco or Oregon or Washington.
Yeah,
places like that.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would definitely happen in
They'll
Berkeley.
stop, pass a joint, get to know each other. Become great friends and see what's going on.
I don't want to make... should I make new friends? I haven't connected with a new person in a long time.
I made new friends, and let me tell you, it's cool.
Really?
You learn a lot, and really, because, like, I was talking to somebody else prior, and they were telling me that they hang out with a new person or a new group of people every night. And they, like, write with them or hang out, but they don't like to hang out with the same group of people.
Yeah, I understand.
And I was like, that's like kind of cool. And he was like, I don't have any close friends. I just have a bunch of good friends. And then that kind of made me sad.
I have a comedian friend that I know does that, and I think it's because like you can get like I know he like you as
we're talking about the same person.
As a person who like likes to like learns about comedy. There's some jokes that when you use them on new people, they'll be great, but you know people and they won't work anymore. And if you really chase those deep laughs, then you'll do something like that.
The evil laughs,
yeah,
the one that has like bass in it.
Yeah,
like, you're laughing with your stomach,
and they're still true. It's just like not everybody wants to hear that.
Damn, I can't remember the last time I laughed that hard.
I think like I did recently.
In tears laughing.
Oh, not like that though.
Damn, I need to hang out with Steve. And
yeah, just Steve, just you and Steve, and it'll happen.
Yeah, or like when Owen's there too. I think Owen entices.
Owen for sure entices. He brings the best out of everybody.
Owen instigates.
He does instigate.
He's a fucking instigator.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Yeah. Or tell him about that one thing.
Yeah.
All right, and then he'll get it. Owen knows exactly the things that he should tell to a group.
Yeah.
Like, because this will make conversation. He's very good at that.
He really is.
If you think about it, Owen always pushes like the dialogue and like when it's a group setting. And he does. He's not the one that can like. He's not the one that is the one talking.
Yeah.
But he always is the one that sets it up.
He's not trying to be the leader and like this is what we're going to talk about. Whatever it is, he'll be like, well, this too.
He'd be a good podcaster.
Yeah.
Should we jump into some motherfuckers?
Okay.
All right, we've been doing some questions on Snapchat if you've been listening. And if you want to send us a question for a future one, we'll ask on Mondays typically. But our Snapchats are Daren Girdner and what is yours, Will? William Haynes, right?
Yeah.
All right, I got one right here. Here we go. We haven't listened to any of these, obviously.
We'll see how this goes.
Hopefully no dicks.
My sincere question is, how do I get a job like SourceFed? That's important because, I want to do something creative,
I think you answered that, Will.
If you want to have a job in the creative environment.
For those that don't know, SourceFed is where Will works. His day job, it's a YouTube channel. He's a host. Go.
Well, technically, I really work for People Be Like now, but
yeah,
I'm also on SourceFed. But if you want to have a job in the creative field, know that that's one of the hardest things in the world because creative and job just don't go together.
Harder than like a heart surgery doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is way tougher. That's obviously sarcasm.
No. I mean, like, to find a job that's in something that's also like creative is very hard.
What's cool about being creative, though, and the opposite of like a doctor is creative, you can just start your own YouTube channel or start whatever, your own improv group. You can't just like start a practice and become a doctor and just like start doing surgery.
No, you totally cannot.
Yeah.
And say like, okay, I'm not good now, but I'll be really good at surgery in like 4 years.
Yeah.
No, you cannot do that. But yeah, if you want to get a job in something creative first, I'd say intern everywhere you can.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking everywhere.
I've learned so much from interning places, and whenever I intern somewhere, I'm nosy. I've always been nosy in an appropriate way.
What do you mean? Give me an example.
I do not go to places that I should not, but I do pay attention to everything when I'm there.
I always go to places I shouldn't.
See, that's like how you were with the neighbors, like watching what was going on.
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah, see, and Ava she didn't care at all. Like, she was like, if something pops off, I'll listen.
Yeah.
But like, I was like in it. I was in it to the point of, like, I gotta visualize this you, Will. So the blinds were like this.
Yeah.
The blinds were like this. No, sorry. The blinds were like this. So I could see them, and I'm down like this. And if the blinds are up, they can't see me. But I'm a dumbass and didn't realize that. So they were straight up looking right at me.
No.
And I didn't think they could see me for some dumb reason. Ava's like, they can clearly see you. And the last time I saw her walk by, it was two of them, and she was like falling down. Her friend was holding her. She looks at me in the eyes and says, "I'm going to get you, bitch."
No.
Swear to God. Swear to God. I got threatened by my neighbor. But I think she was so drunk she doesn't even remember.
Yeah. These people are so weird. I feel bad that I've never like really talked to them. I've only done bits. Okay. I'll attend to turn up.
That's what I'm saying. We should go to their. It might be awkward though.
Let's do that right before we move out, in case something bad
happens.
Oh
yeah, or we can have a party and invite them
because they seem like the type to get into fights. I don't do fights.
Yeah,
I don't want nobody touching me.
Were you there? Was that Tonjus's party with Jesus, and we went to that bar, and like there's almost fighting happening.
No!
And weren't you there, weren't you?
When somebody was trying to fight you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. Remember, I was like 19.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think that's the last time like I was in like a fight type of situation.
I wasn't even there.
And I was like, yo, like, and I'm sober, and this person's fucking drunk. Like, get the fuck away from me, all right?
Yeah.
Like, literally, you can't even stand that. Okay, I have fun like with people when they go out and drink. Like, I don't really drink that much these days, but it's a fun time. But when you get to the point of like I have to carry you, or like I have to worry about you, I don't want that. You're not fun.
I've been thinking about it recently, and I'm very lucky that I've never dealt with people like that in my life.
It's the worst.
And for some reason, none of my close friends ever really drink a lot. I don't know if I'm attracted to those people or I like just make myself around that. But like, none of like who do we know that really is like?
We know like two.
Yeah, we know some.
We know like 2 or 3 who are like low key.
Like,
that's a little too much.
I'm not going unless I'm winning my life.
But as far as the question goes, and like Will said, intern everywhere. Obviously, we're not saying intern at like McDonald's, but we're saying like intern at like BuzzFeed or intern at like the newspaper, wherever the fuck you can intern that is a creative area.
Yeah,
you can learn a lot
anywhere where the creative people are, and just like whoever. Like you'll find someone in the building that you think has good knowledge and absorb the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Like
that's real important.
Yeah.
Don't just go and be an intern and then only do coffee and not pay attention. Like you got to pay attention and like learn how to talk to people.
And like I've learned a lot from being super straightforward. When I want something, I let people know. When I come to a place that I want to work at and I say, "Hey, I really want to do a good job. I'm really going to put my best effort in." That's 100% true, so just say that. No one can be mad at you for saying the truth.
And then give them like a kiss on the cheek.
Give them a kiss on the cheek if they really like you a lot.
But like, don't think about it. Just do it, and then think about the repercussions later.
If you've been on like 6 or 7 dates, and they say, "Give me a kiss on the cheeks,"
just make sure you bring a condom, though.
I really like being kissed on the cheek, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I want that to happen to me soon.
I like being kissed on the neck, but only during intercourse. If it's not, like, sexy time, that shit tickles. Like, get off of me, all right? In the most kind, gentle way, I mean that.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, that just tickles, and I fucking get what are those called? Goosebumps.
I feel like I need to get... I want somebody to that'll like my lower back, just rub it. Just like put your warm hand, or maybe even your really it's got to be a warm. hand.
We could pay $50 to the Asian lady
down the street.
Yeah, in that corner.
She really does know how to get the tight little knuckles out.
She's good too. She gets them all.
Yeah, I've never had her not get all of them like Pokemon.
I've never had anyone do it as good as her.
Your old girl got all of them like Pokemon.
Is that a lyric?
It should be.
All right. Then
That's like some G-Eazy shit.
Here's the next
Your
one.
girl got all of them like Pokemon.
Delivering a speech tomorrow. Any tips?
Don't know what you said.
Did you say delivering a speech? Oh.
Going to the beach. Any tips?
Oh.
No, I think he did say the speech thing.
Oh, I was like, I don't fucking know. I got one of these. I for sure didn't have beach tips.
I got a couple beach tips. Here, so we'll do both questions.
Okay.
You do speech, I'll do beach.
Okay.
You go first.
If you're going to do a speech, what you're going to want to do is practice being yourself. That's what you're doing up there. You're not putting on a voice. What you're doing is going up there and saying, this is how I feel about this. So know that first of all. And also, like, just project. Know when you're speaking loudly. Don't be yelling. Make sure the air is coming out you fluidly.
Right.
Those were my
all right. So
tips.
If beach tips, I would say make sure you get at least SPF 60. Because you don't want to burn, you know what I mean? It's having a sunburn makes the whole trip not worth it.
I found out recently that African American people burn too. Get that?
Yeah.
So watch out.
So get SPF 60. My second tip, and I don't like these. I don't even own a pair, but get yourself some flip flops because sometimes, especially in the summer, that sand is hot as fuck.
Oh my god, it does get
and
hot.
that fucking ruins the whole trip.
I remember that one time, like probably the last time we ever went to the beach. We were walking across it, and it was
we
hot
used to
as
do that.
fuck.
We used to definitely do that.
Yeah.
So get yourself some flip-flops. So you going to go ahead and play one, Will?
It's been years. When do you think is the last time we went to the beach and wasn't filming a racist-ass reggae music video? Remember how worried I was?
Yeah.
I was like, Darren, this is the one?
You were worried. That was fun.
It was so much fun.
Will is loading a
Fuck, I
Snapchat.
clicked one and totally clicked out of
All
it
right.
by accident.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna do
man.
one.
These words.
All right, copyright infringement, dog.
To say to you right
What's
now.
up with that, man?
Say to you.
Do you have one?
Is that going?
Side note, don't send us stuff with music. We'll get in trouble.
Billy go spin a window with this other.
Guys, I'm Vera. So my question is, my best friend's best friend told her that he wanted to smash with me, but she told
What?
She's still going.
Damn, you picked the worst ones.
Her speakers aren't good.
All right, I'm in charge of this
That's
now.
the funniest shit I've
What is
heard.
it? My best friend's boyfriend told
Wanted
me.
to smash with me?
Do it.
No.
It's dark as fuck and I have work in the morning. What do you do when a friend of yours is being treated bad and you want to stick up for them, but it could cost you your job?
I'm sorry.
I need context, but I understand it's Snapchat and you got to be quick. What do you
What
do
did he say?
when your friend is being treated poorly, and you want to speak up for them, but you might lose your job if you do so?
Oh, hell no. Never lose a job over a friend.
Never lose a job over a paycheck, bitch.
Oh, hell no. I'm sorry, man. I got a new guy coming right in your position in a couple of weeks.
And he's half the price, and he's way better. So you better. That's your own issue. I'm sorry.
Never lose a job over
I got a family to feed.
I always thought that was funny when people were like, in a work situation, like, you know, man, I got to speak up for him like that. Hell no. And get fired.
Can you think of a scenario like that would be, like, I can't even think of something. You were being treated, maybe, okay, let's say in this fictitious world, if we worked at the same place, our boss was racist to you.
Oh, yeah.
And I needed to be like, look, man, like, we can say that after hours when it's just us at a bar, but, you know, in this manager meeting, maybe that's not the right thing to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, man? And then he would say, you're fired. I don't see that's not realistic to me.
Honestly, I still don't, if I'm being dead realistic, if you have a job and this job is feeding you,
yeah.
I couldn't see myself speaking up.
Really?
If I was, I have a different situation because it's more of like a career thing. It's I could go get you fired. I work for a company.
Right.
But if I'm if you work at a job, like you work at Target, I couldn't imagine.
I think a career is more risque.
No,
risky,
I mean, I'm saying, but if you were an expendable piece, if people treat you expendably, I couldn't see myself doing it.
Well, then, it might not be worth it.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people don't end up speaking up for other people, and it's a sad thing.
It's weird, though, from my perspective, and that's all I know, obviously. I couldn't see myself ever being fired for just voicing an opinion. Unless
unless you went too far, yeah.
Yeah, unless if you are respectable about it and you have common sense. I can't see a scenario, and I might be fucking being stupid about it, but I can't see a scenario where you would get fired. Yeah. But some
bosses are real shaky. I mean, if you work at the airport,
shaky man, just fucking tell them to call HR.
Do you remember when we went to that airport in New York?
And then what happened?
Somebody lost a bag. And we were going around to all these rooms to the guy, to the person, I think it was actually a woman, was like, I'm the person that you talk to when you bag. And that job seemed the way that it felt there, it seemed if you worked like that, you would be angry. And
dude, the people at the New York airport are kind of mean.
Yeah.
I remember I was asking for a taxi and she screamed at me.
I fucking love this place.
And I was like, what the fuck? I'm just asking them one question.
I love this place. I like that.
You like being screamed at?
No, but I like the fact that if everybody's screaming, no.
All right, I'm gonna play another one.
All right.
Here's another one.
Play it real quick.
Hey guys, so what made you start the podcast in the first place? You guys ever cleared it up before?
We used to really like each other. Now we just want to
Now we just want to make money off each other.
Actually,
even though this podcast doesn't make that much money.
It really doesn't. We were thought it was going to make a lot more.
Yeah, we were like, you know what? This shit's going to be a gold mine because this shit that we say is kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
But that didn't pan out.
I haven't made no gold. I ain't getting no fur coat off this shit.
I can't even pay my rent with this shit. You think that I'm making lots of money?
No.
Funny. You think that's funny? That's
Why
not
do we
funny.
start this shit?
We started this shit because we were lonely. Like, really, not she didn't text back, but before that, Darren and Will having a blank.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the name because I don't want people to find it. When we started that one, we were lonely.
Yeah,
it was
were.
only us two, and it still is, really.
And
but,
I'm not around any more people. I'm just older now and don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but back then, it was like we would go to work, and we would come home, and we would sit in our living room bored. And, we would have these same conversations, but a much more immature version.
When I was like 20 and I was like just sitting around bored, I was like, fuck, I'm such a loser. Now that I feel like I'm a grown man now. I'm only 22, but I feel like a grown man. And now I'm like, fuck, I don't have anything. This is a John Mulaney joke, but like, it's so true. Now I feel like if nothing is going on, I'm like, fuck, great.
Oh, like you can relax.
Yeah, because when you get into adult life and you're doing this like for yourself, like if I go bankrupt tomorrow, like I'm done.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm done. Like there is no safety net.
What is your move? Is your move back to the Bay?
I'm about to be the dopest homeless person.
Oh, so you don't even go back to the Bay?
Oh, honestly, if I like really did like go bankrupt,
like let's speak realistic. If you lost your job, and let's say you lost everything.
Yeah.
Twitter followers, any following, she didn't text back, all of that. Do you try to just get a normal job? Do you go back to the Bay?
I would definitely go back to the Bay.
Really?
I feel like because like
Become a journalist?
I've learned over time. Is that an option?
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah, totally. I should be one now, but I just because
you don't like to do research at all.
That's only because I chose a different character. If I had chose that character of myself, I would be all about it.
That's so honest.
I would be all about it.
Yeah, old Will liked to research.
Yeah, new me, like I'd like to really just.
You like to read the headline in the first paragraph.
Don't.
Well, no, you skim the first
shit
paragraph
like that. Don't.
And then you look at the last sentence.
Don't say some shit
and then
like
the rest you just guess.
Don't say some shit like that.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta be honest. I don't remember the question. I will be honest. Oh, we answered. Yeah, we were bored. We were lonely. We started to record them. We didn't release any of them.
No, I think I just like to feel things now. But I think I
think also we realized that the podcast is just really fun. It entices a lot of great conversation, and we had fun doing it, and people like to listen to, so we continued. Let's do.
I've gotten.
What's your favorite Drake song?
We already answered that. I'm gonna move on.
I don't think we ever did.
We did.
No,
we
did
on the
totally
last one.
at some point.
I'm sorry, guys. These aren't as planned as the emails, but you know what? It's like you guys are involved.
I love people.
G'day. Where's the last place you vomited, and why?
Last place you vomited.
Vomit free since 2011.
Damn, when I ate that Taco Bell, let me tell you, I was scarred.
I remember.
I was and we had a great night.
I remember going to Taco Bell too, and you were so like juiced about going to Taco Bell.
So just to paint a picture for you on when that era was, that was right after we ate that food, we got into my car, and I was like, hey, so that person followed me back on Instagram, and I commented on one of her photos and said, let me buy you things.
Oh,
do you know who
yes.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. That was a long time ago. This is like American flag hat Darren.
Yeah. And then isn't that weird how life works out?
Yeah. I realized today that I graduated high school 5 years ago.
Today?
2 days ago.
Wow, 5 years
It's been 5 years.
Holy shit. What are you? Oh, are you 2010?
2011.
2011.
Dude, 5 years have gone by.
Yeah.
So much emotional development. This past 5 years feels longer than the 17 before.
Damn.
Or maybe I just forgot about it.
8 years have gone by for me.
8 years, man.
I had to use my fingers also. How sad is that?
Fuck, you're reverting.
Damn. 8 years. Oh, shh. So sorry to that person.
Hey guys, she sounded nice though.
I don't remember the questions. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I always worry about everything.
Hey, Willem and DVD. What do you do when a girl's really hot, but she's just so fucking annoying?
Okay, we're not taking his.
We'll just replace girl with anybody.
I know you guys both appreciate nature a lot. I just wanted to know what's your favorite place to enjoy it.
What did he say?
I know you guys appreciate nature a lot, and I wanted to know what's your favorite place to enjoy.
That's a pretty good impression.
I felt it.
Do Jerry Seinfeld.
Kramer. I went to Costanza instead.
Do the airplane food thing.
I don't know what the airplane food thing
Remember
is.
you did that on stage? The airplane? Fuck it, you don't remember.
I did a bit as Jerry Seinfeld, huh?
You did. I'm surprised you don't remember that. I think it was recorded. It was documented.
Forgot. Wow.
My favorite place, and this is a recent thing, but the place in Portland that I went to with the fucking huge-ass trees and the birds and all of that. What was it called? Forest Hill?
Oh, yeah, the
Forest
thing. That
Park?
was really cool.
I don't know what it was.
I didn't go, but I saw
Fuck,
the
you would have
Snapchats.
loved it. I don't think you would have ever want to leave that place.
Yeah, it sounds like the place that I like to be at.
Yeah, that place was really dope. It was somewhere in Portland, Oregon. I don't know. It was amazing. There's not a lot of great spots in LA.
Yeah.
I'll be real. Like when you're trying to find nature, not a lot of great spots.
It's not a nature look spot.
Yeah.
I've learned to appreciate LA over the past couple weeks. And like a podcast a couple weeks ago, I was like, fuck LA. But I realized LA actually is dope for a different reason. You got to drive in the city more.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the valley, the worst part.
Yeah. And even the valley is cool too. My favorite place to go to is there's this place in the Bay that I go to where like you kind of have to go over some train tracks. That's some shit you do often in the Bay. And you remember I took you there?
Damn, remember that train track traded up footage?
That's what I'm talking about, is that place.
Yeah, that place is dope.
And you just fucking were like, never mind. And that's
I don't
my
even think
favorite
I
place
have
to
that
go.
footage.
That's a place that I go to in the Bay that like when I used to live there and I was like sad about something or I needed to ponder something, I would go there and be alone because it's also beach. You guys didn't get to the other side, I don't think, very much. It's also beach.
I remember
like,
seeing that from a distance.
Yeah, it's a very, very small beach and it's just so calming and relaxing and there's like there's a bench, a green bench where you could just see like the ocean. And
You ever kiss a girl on that bench?
I said that I'd always take the girl there. That was the one. And no one has owned up to be the one yet. No one seems to care about being loved by William Haynes.
Not even one, huh?
Not even none of these.
Not even a smooch on the cheek?
Nah. Some people do. I haven't met anybody that I've had a genuine connection with. Oh, yes, I have. I've had genuine connections with people, but like that I felt.
But while you were at that bench.
While I also had the opportunity to take them there, no one has been like, I haven't even.
What about Rachel from Friends?
I love Rachel.
Me too. She still looks hot. All right.
I'm just thinking about all the girls I fell in love with before college.
Here's the next one.
Oh,
I wanted to ask,
That's the same guy. Here's the next one.
if you could add one famous person to your group of friends, and I'm not talking rappers or comedians, who would it be?
Beethoven. Van Gogh. Oh, wait. No, he's just said rappers. He didn't say musicians.
shit.
Damn, you're going to hit us with one of those questions?
Who would I really want?
You think we were prepared for that? Like, that's a heavy question, man. Like, I don't know. Fuck. Now you're going to make me think and shit.
Who do I want to add to my friend group?
What was it? No rappers, no comedians. Steph Curry with a shot, maybe. That would be cool.
I don't know who I want to add. Like, it would definitely be somebody very funny.
Kevin Hart.
I couldn't even imagine hanging out with Kevin
Yeah,
Hart
I know.
like on a regular basis. I don't think he lives that far, but like
I don't think he just hangs out these days.
I don't know what that.
Oh wait, he's a fucking comedian. God damn it. He's more of an entertainer.
He's an entertainer. Yeah.
Fuck.
He's a comedian though. I don't know any like who I would just be like.
I don't really think about.
Didn't
shit
we
like
joke
that.
about having Justin Bieber?
Oh, we totally did.
That would be
Justin
fucking
Bieber.
funny. That is, you know what? Him.
I'm gonna go on a limb. Too many people talk shit about Justin Bieber.
I agree.
I was on this shoot recently, and it was a bunch of production dudes. And you know production dudes.
Yeah. Oh God.
Like they got beards and French fries in the beard.
Yeah. All think that they have the idea.
Yeah, and they think that they are the shit. All production dudes. Or girls. I don't care who you are. If you're on a production, about 8 of them think they're the shit, and they're really not. So they were like, yeah, man, fucking the worst celebrity in the world is Justin Bieber. Fucking hate that dude, man.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, like the media and sometimes himself paint him as such a bad person. He's a kid who grew up fucking famous. He doesn't know how to be a person.
Yeah.
I'm a 25-year-old normal person. I don't even know how to be a person.
Oh,
Imagine having all the money in the world and every single pair of eyeballs looking at you.
Oh yeah, like if you gave me a Ferrari when I was 19, I would have drove it into a gas station.
Yeah,
So,
like not even
by
just
accident.
to get gas, he would blow up the gas station.
I would have been snatched the shit out and just blew myself up.
People are like, he pissed in a bucket. Oh, yeah. So, okay. I've pissed outside and I've pissed in a fucking cup in my car.
And people were filming you at every given moment.
Yeah, it's like you would fuck up too. With that being said, I would love to hang out with Justin Bieber.
But in that video, he did flip off a photo of Bill Clinton and said, fuck Bill Clinton.
Really?
Yeah, he did. Didn't need to do that
that's
one.
fucking funny.
Didn't need to do that one.
That's funny, though. That's funny.
Fuck Bill Clinton. Why?
Did he get in trouble for that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, you can't do anything as a celebrity.
I
feel like if it was an adult celebrity that did that, it would have like been whatever. But because he's a young person as a celebrity, they fucking chastise those people.
I mean, as a guy who worked in the media, like, you know, if you want people to click on your shit, that's what you do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. So, yeah, Justin Bieber, for sure.
Yeah. I would love to hang out with Justin Bieber.
Here's another one.
Seriously.
Fucking keep going to the same guy.
I want to have access. You know how, like, most, like, even though a lot of people hate Justin Bieber, if he asked anybody to hang out, they'd probably do it.
Yeah.
That is a power I'd love to have. Because I would, like...
Popularity?
I mean, for that reason, because I would want to hang out with anybody I wanted to. Like, because they're so, like I told you, like, Future, like, the rapper. Super weird voice. If we could include rappers, I would want to be friends with him because I know everything he would say would be fucking weird because no one talks like that. Like, if you look at the artist Future, take away whatever the fuck you're mad about, like, just think of
whatever you're mad
like,
about.
because, you know, people love to be like, what? No, anybody ever. They like to complain about anybody. But, like, listen to how he speaks and, like, just imagine that person talking to you.
How upset would you be if you found out that was a 100% put on voice? Like, he actually sounded like this when he spoke.
I give it to you, man.
That voice is incredible.
It sounds like you have to put so many things out at once to talk like that. I think that's incredible.
It also sounds like a fucking blades went down his throat.
Yeah,
and then it healed.
I don't know if it's from.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know if it's from like drugs or something.
Drinking lean and shit.
Oh, drinking lean.
Don't ever give me lean. Can't lose Lil Wayne.
I you know what?
For those who don't know, Lil Wayne is in the hospital currently.
Yeah.
Don't drink the fucking shit, Wayne.
Don't.
All right. He's only 33, but shit, man. There was like 5 years ago when Lil Wayne was in the hospital too.
Yeah.
And I remember it was all over Twitter, all over the radio. People thought like Lil Wayne was gonna die. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that too.
That was a crazy time because you know when artists pass away, like the internet blows up and like everyone's remembering everything they've ever done and stuff just recycles.
And
like,
that's like
Lil Wayne's been doing this since he was fucking like 15 years old or 14. Yeah. He went platinum when he was 15.
That's so beautiful. That time, I mean, I know it's like sad when people die, but like, as a creator of things, as an artist, I know like, you know, when an artist dies, their things gain more value, or people just pay attention to.
They get like 30% better.
Yeah, and I'm sad that I won't be there when I die, and hopefully people look at what I did and really. Oh, when you die, people look at it with an open mind and say, this is what this is. And if you always did that, we would always appreciate everyone.
Do you think that, okay, so in my head, you know, you're like, I'm sad I won't be there.
Yeah.
To witness it. What if like you're like a ghost?
Oh hell no, I don't want to be a ghost.
But like,
I can't be like, I told you so, bitch.
What if it's like every movie where they're like, oh, he's just a ghost because he has something left to do, and once he does that, his soul will go to heaven.
I'm such a procrastinator, I would never get to it.
You never get to heaven because you like put it off till tomorrow.
My person would die, so we'd both be trapped in purgatory.
Oh shit! I would like to be a ghost. I was talking about reincarnation to somebody. Yeah. Who knows? I'm not against it. I don't think it's crazy to believe.
I don't want to be a ghost, and I also don't want ghosts to be alive. I don't want ghosts to be real.
Really?
Yeah, I know a lot of people believe in them. I'm cool.
I don't want to see. It's weird.
They probably are. I'm just cool.
Don't know if they're real or not, but it still scares me.
I feel like it's something that people who like to feel things find out about. Fuck, I might be on my way to that.
I don't want to be on my way to ghost shit.
I
have the chills right now thinking about potential ghost shit.
Oh yeah, it does get all cold and shit, huh?
Yeah, like if there's a breeze now.
We're both sleeping in here. There is a breeze in here now.
I hear noises throughout the day. Today, there was a knock on the door, and I went to the door, looked through the people, opened up the door, no one there. And you know, sometimes the UPS dude will like do that and then leave the package. No package, nobody around. I didn't hear any doors close, because you know, sometimes people knock and leave.
Yeah.
there's a ghost. So
there was no package?
There was no package. There was nothing. No person. And the door knocked, and I was there maybe 5 seconds later.
That also happened to me when I was here by myself, too.
Who's just knocking on doors?
Yeah, but did Mac alert? Was Mac do anything?
Mac didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, too.
Which was interesting.
That's how I know it didn't happen.
I have a dog who my dog is so trained.
Super.
Almost human.
It's inhuman how well he, because today, remember, if someone is walking to the door, somehow Mac knows it's our door.
Yeah, and he gets up and gets prepared.
And it's not when people are walking by. He can tell when people are coming to the door.
Yeah, because when they walk by, he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
But when he can sense that they're coming.
What really tipped me, I've always thought that he had really good sense of that, but today when you were playing the guitar loud and he still knew that someone was coming to the door.
But yeah, he wasn't affected by that. Maybe he doesn't believe in ghosts. So.
I think Catacomb believes in everything. That's what's the good part about being a dog.
Here's another one.
How do you get shit done in life in general without saying, "Oh, tomorrow"?
Well, didn't we literally just make a joke about that? That you do that?
Me?
Or your ghost would do that?
Procrastinate, yeah.
Shit, that's hard, man.
Procrastination is a gift if you know how to use it right. Because procrastination has taught me how to know when I really want something. When I start cleaning my room, when I start saying that everything needs to be perfect, and I create all these barriers for myself, that's when I know I really want to do something. And because of that, I use that, I shift that to also do the things that I want to do. Mm-hmm. For some reason, I can only do something, my lame shit, when something really important is going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because maybe you're stressed out and you just had to. It's like that whole thing where I have to do 7 hours of work today, whether that be editing or what have you. But I'm going to take a nap instead.
Yeah, I think I might be doing it right now. I should be sad about some things in my life, and I have not stopped working. And I feel like it's to stop myself from being sad.
Yeah. I mean, we have a friend that whenever sad things happens in her life, she just works overtime extreme.
Oh, yeah.
And just overworks because
overworks.
it 100% distracts her.
Yeah.
It doesn't distract me like that. Mm-hmm. Working, but I mean, I making music, I'm constantly thinking about how I feel.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Especially because I don't really share that in just regular conversation, that it makes me feel worse. So the things that make me feel better, to distract. And I know this wasn't your question, I'm sorry, but the things that distract me is hanging out with friends and playing basketball and stuff like that.
My mom tipped me off to some. I think
Fuck
I mentioned
your
this. Fuck my mom. But she tipped me off to some of the crazy shit. I think I talked about this on the last episode, but I think it could help in music. Is she said, "I'm not moved by anything I see," and because of that, it's given me this this. I kind of put a wall up to everything, but also open myself up to it, and I think that could really help stop you from why feel sad? Mm-hmm. And I don't feel like right now I'm pinning it up or I'm bottling it. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm just looking at it for what it is. And it's very sad to do that. I was actually thinking about this when I was in the elevator.
You think about a lot in that elevator ride.
I do.
It's not a lot of flights.
Dude, did I mention that a lot, huh?
Yeah, you do.
There's something about that elevator that fucking gets me into my zone.
It's because it's quiet.
It is dead silent.
And there's really not cell service. And the ride is so short that why look at your phone?
Yeah.
So you're finally just allowing to be present.
I really do love it. Yeah. And I was thinking about, I said this out loud because I was alone. I said, this was right before we started the podcast. I said, I do not matter. I am a tiny speck.
Yeah.
In the world. And I said, but because of that, I feel like I have the most room to grow. And
that's very beautiful.
And I was I really do believe that I've gotten to some place in my life where I understand that everything is here, and I really do feel a part of it now. And because of that, I'm unmoved by it.
You feel a part of the what? The movement?
I feel a part of the world right now.
Oh.
And I feel like I don't feel intimidated. Mm-hmm. And that's the craziest part about it. And it's beautiful. I hope this lasts forever.
You mentioned that you're nervous for something that's happening tomorrow. How do you? I
am nervous. I didn't realize that until now. That's what I think might be tipping off this thing in me. Hopefully, I can keep this on past that. But I just feel I feel so in the moment and present. It's really weird.
I think that's a good thing. Was that his question?
I don't know.
How do you not procrastinate?
Yeah. Oh, you have to
make a goal list. Make a goal list, man.
Yeah,
I like that these with the emails. And this might sound like shade to the people, but it's definitely not. With the emails, when we responded, it was definitely always 100% about the email.
Yeah.
And now I think with the Snapchats, we answer the question, hopefully, and then kind of veer off to a whole nother conversation that maybe we would have never spoke about. And I kind of think that's a beautiful thing.
I think so too.
I think I like this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, them talking has like put us into. Yeah, it's because it's other people's energy.
Yeah. All right, here's another one.
When are you guys going to come through to Australia, huh?
Was that Godfrey or what?
I totally look like Godfrey. I don't know. I would love to go. I hear that there's things there that can kill me.
Oh,
that's
God.
a little scary.
The most beautiful women. Australia.
Yeah. But also like big ass spiders and shit.
That's the thing.
Like I'm not trying to sleep and wake up to a big ass spider in the bed with me.
Hell no. I'm not about that at all whatsoever.
I like women or dogs in the bed with me. All right? I don't like spiders.
I sleep alone a lot. I'm cool. Just me.
I'm cool with that too.
Honestly, my laptop.
Yeah, laptop is also okay.
That's all the heat source I need.
Maybe even a thing of lotion. That's fine too. When it comes to spiders, I don't fuck with that. I don't need that.
I wrote a bit about spiders today, and I didn't put in the video because it was so out of place.
Then how did you come up with the spiders thing?
It was just in my head.
All right, let's do two last. Did we answer the fucking? Oh yeah, as soon as possible. I don't know. Honestly, to be real, there's no plans as of yet, but we definitely have the intentions to go. All right, Will, you do one and then I'll do one. But since you're not ready, I'll go first. So you should prepare.
Wait, what are we
yours.
doing?
Two last questions and we'll wrap it.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with this person because they have Joaquin. Yeah, he got a Snapchat. Here it is.
If I were to write an album, like the concept and the lyrics, would you be willing to collaborate with me?
No. I think you mean that you're going to write my lyrics. No, not about that at all. I'm not. I don't want to tell.
Okay.
No disrespect. I just don't want to tell anybody else's story.
That's interesting. I find I would like to. I want to know what it would be like to work with a ghostwriter, because when you don't put any work into the words, that gives you full freedom with the way it comes out of you, and that would be interesting.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about the ghostwriting stuff, but they also write the melodies and like
they also do that too.
Yeah, that's what the reference tracks. Like I've been in when I did go to that one studio. The producer was the writer, and he was just working with that very talented singer, that female. But he was writing the melodies and writing the words and everything. And, you know, she just perfects it and goes in the booth and records it.
It's honestly like some people are good at like ideas, but some people like Steve are able to take some people's energy and do incredible things with it.
Yeah. It's kind of what Steve does is he gets their energy, mixes his energy, and that just makes it something that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, fuck, I don't remember the question. Why do I keep
What's
forgetting?
crazy about that is I feel like it takes... You can't. There are people who are feelers and people who are thinkers, and I'm sure there's something else. I just don't know what it is yet. And feeling requires when you're good at feeling like that, it requires zero thinking. That's why it can be very offensive sometimes.
Right.
It's like you really are just taking in the energy.
But yeah, I'm not about someone else writing my shit. I'm cool with like collaborating with somebody, but as far as somebody writing my material, that doesn't sound fun at all.
How do you choose between either getting along with people and like being fake, or else being yourself and having people not like you?
Damn, that's
being yourself
struggle.
is a commitment.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, you got to do it forever, and make sure you believe you're gonna do it forever.
And it also can be very scary. Depending on your personality.
Yeah.
If you're like very aggressive naturally, you know, people might not, they maybe don't like that. But fuck them. I say be yourself.
There is a place that people want to be like that.
Because if you can be yourself around the motherfuckers you're with, that's when you actually will make good friendships and date interesting people and whatever. If you're fake all the time, that's going to give you anxiety. You're like, oh shit, fuck. It's like being a pathological liar. If you're always lying, then you're going to forget which lie you told and not remember how to accurately tell the story.
What's it like being a pathological truther?
Oh, I don't know. Is that just someone who always tells the truth?
What if it's an issue? Like they're like I cannot lie
and I can't keep a secret.
Yeah,
Sally did it. Sally did it.
Sally did it.
Fuck.
People would hate him.
Yeah, people would.
But he'd be the dopest around because he would always keep it real with you, like Audrey.
Audrey, what do you think of this track? Actually, it's kind of whack.
Like, honestly, like...
But, like, why does that person think that their opinion is, like, the truth? As far as, like, if you don't think this new song, let's say if this new Drake song came out, you personally don't like it. Why would that mean that the song is bad? Just because you don't like it?
If you care what that person thinks, then it doesn't
if you
matter.
respect their opinion?
Yeah.
Huh, it's weird because I respect a handful of people's opinion when it comes to stuff, but what if they just, when it comes to music, what if they just don't have the same type of taste?
That's just what it is simply. I feel like I don't have that because my favorite type of music people hate.
Really?
Which is like that seizure jazz music.
I don't think people hate that.
But people often
it's
tell
just
me
not as popular.
People tell me it gives them anxiety. Like, you know the shit I listen to, like fast jazz,
and it also changes a bunch of times.
Yeah, I like it a lot, but a lot of people are like, I don't want to hear that.
It's hard. But to answer your question, be yourself. Let's end that on a song. Oh, yeah. Here, hold on. Switch me.
There you go.
All right, kids, and boys and girls and men and women, you gotta be yourself, right?
It's not time for this one. We'll do that one later.
That is, Will and I have a long-running bit with that song in particular.
I didn't think we'd ever even hear that on the podcast.
And it is maybe my favorite thing ever. I think that night we laughed the hardest.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
Was that the first time we had the amp? Because we had the amp and the microphone.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got reintroduced to amp until we were at South by Southwest.
Well, when did we have one at...
When Ricky set one up in the Airbnb.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the best times.
Yeah, we had a lot of good
We got to rent out that room.
Which one?
The one that we were going to just go freestyle in.
Not this weekend. Not the following, because we'll be at VidCon. But the one after that, let's do it.
Okay. By the way, if you're going to be at VidCon, I'm going to do a panel. I don't know. It's got like Casey Neistat on it, Superwoman, Hannah Hart, and John Green. Come to that panel and support me.
That's going to be a good one. I'll be there.
I'm the poorest dude on stage, all right?
For sure. They all got millions.
For sure. I'm the poorest and least known person on stage. You got to come and act like I'm funny. Please. Oh. Be yourself. Be anyone you wanna be. If you take the time. I'm trying to do Jack Black shit.
Do this.
Hey! Woo! Yeah! Be yourself. If you're gonna be anybody, you better go and be yourself. Oh, we doing that. I don't know what
this
to
is
say.
the She Didn't Text Back podcast. All right, if you fuck with us, leave a review on iTunes. It helps us out a lot. We're trying to grow this podcast to bigger numbers that we can ever dream of, all right? We've been doing this for about a year now, all right? So the people that fuck with it, we fuck with you, but no, we're trying to fuck with other people as well. So tell your friends about the She Didn't Text Back podcast. Recommend them an episode to listen to. I don't know which one's the best one, all right? I don't know if any of them are good, but you listen to it, so maybe you do. So tell your friend, hey, check out this podcast. Listen to this one. Also, if you don't know much about Will and I, I'm a rapper, all right? And I'm releasing an EP July 15th. It's called My Life Became Beautiful. You can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Daren Von Gertner. Just Google it if you can't spell it, and it'll pop up, and I make weekly vlogs. Check those shits out. Check out Will on Twitter, Mr. William Haynes, and he has a YouTube channel called youtube.com/peoplebelike where he talks about funny things, all right? He makes jokes on command. They say action, he goes.
I'm a slave to the system, but I love it. It's Stockholm Syndrome.
And all I want to say is thank you guys for the support, all right? And you guys, checking out the people that sponsor us and you fuck with them, like that means a lot because it helps this show continue to grow. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say. Tell your mama you love her and give her a kiss on the lips.
That was a HeadGum podcast.